Unbelievable. Just when I think everything in the garden is rosy, I check on my squad just to find that my wanted list is bigger than the one currently held by the FBI. I think we can look forward to another winter of discontent, and we are about to lose a few big name players again. Let's go and kick some balls. Hello and welcome back to the Road to Glory, Part 19, Season 3, here at Benfica. And just when everything in the garden looks rosy, suddenly things are falling apart once again. And we have a number of players who are wanted by other clubs, and it is possible that we are about to have another winter where we lose a number of players. It is constantly changing here at Benfica. But on the field, as you can see, everything is really strange, and both Porto and us have just gone 100%, and after 11 games we are both still on 100% records. We've played 11, we have 33 points. Our goal difference has increased over Porto, and we are now top of the league by 5 goals in terms of goal difference. It's neck and neck. And it is a 2-horse race, and it is going to come down to 3 games, I think, at the beginning of January, which we'll look at very shortly. And today we will be playing in the Champions League, which has not been going very well. We will be at home to Milan, and then we will follow that with a Portuguese Cup third round game against Boa Vista, and that is not going to be an easy game either, especially as we have to play away. Squad management for this very small squad is becoming very important. But before we go into what's been happening both on and off the pitch, if you are new to the channel and you like FM content and you love to see people suffer playing this game, you are definitely in the right place. So why not subscribe, like, watch, comment, help the channel to grow and help us to support the very worthwhile cause that you can see scrolling up above. Okay, so let's have a look at what's been happening on the pitch since you were last with us. And when you were last with us, you saw us beating Gil Vicente by 4-2 in the league, and we followed that up with a 6-0 drubbing of Shamrock Rovers in the Champions League group phase, and that's only the second win that we've been able to have in that competition this year. We then had a 2-0 victory at home to Vizela in the league, and we followed that by a 4th round victory in the Portuguese Cup, beating Lustano by a 1-0. And then we were unlucky again in Europe. We lost away at Inter Milan by 1-0. Our unlucky form just seems to continue. We dominated the game again, but unfortunately we couldn't score, and Inter managed to come away with a 1-0 victory. And after that we played away at Estrela de Amadora in the Portuguese League, and we beat them by 2-0 before we beat Famalicão by 5-0 in the league. And that brings us up to today's game against Milan in the Champions League group phase. And then we will play Boa Vista in the Allianz Cup third phase group B. And I'm not sure that we are going to make it in the Allianz Cup this year, just as I'm not sure we're going to go through to the next round of the Portuguese Cup, where we have to play Porto away. Games are getting much more difficult as we come towards the new year, and at the beginning of the new year in the league we will play Porto, and then Sporting, and then Vitória de Guimarães, who are 4th in the league currently. Those 3 games, I think, will be season-defining games, and if we don't win those 3 games, I cannot see us winning the title this season. I think we will come back very quickly after this episode to look at these games, because I think this is where the season will be decided. But today we need to focus on the Champions League again against Milan and the Allianz Cup third phase Group B. And hopefully we'll come out with 2 victories rather than the sorrow that we've come out with at the end of the last 2 episodes. In the last 2 episodes you've seen us lose to Juventus in the Champions League, and you've seen us lose to Inter in the Champions League. We have to do better against Milan. Surely if we dominate this game again, we're going to get a result. We can only hope. Interestingly, in terms of our current injuries, we are being spared. And that may be because we have a very small squad. We've had Samuel Grillo out for a while now. He's about to come back within the next 2 weeks, but he's not an essential player and he's only sitting on the bench. He never plays, and he might do 5 or 10 minutes at the end of a game against very, very poor opposition. So he's like not really someone that we are going to miss. Malvin Bard, on the other hand, has been missed really badly. He's been out for a few weeks already, and he's set to be out for at least another 2 weeks, I think. But we'll be glad to have him back. But at least we can say we have not been inundated by injuries this season. And I'm pretty sure that's just down to it being a small squad. And talking of the squad, we have a number of players who are wanted again. And the one player who wants to leave that we have, Luciano Rodriguez, currently is not wanted, and that's probably because he's agreed to a transfer value of 53 million, and I have agreed to sell him if somebody comes in with that kind of money. I suspect that people will come in for him, and we'll have to drop that a little bit as the winter transfer window will go towards its conclusion. We have other players wanted. Samu is wanted, Jean-Peter Haig is wanted, Andre Gomes is also wanted. Very promising attacking mid, has developed very nicely over the last year. Andre Fernandez is wanted, our backup centre-back. Hugo Gomez is wanted, and Samuel Grillo is wanted, and Malvin Bard is wanted. The list seems to go on and on and on, and I think we can expect another winter where we are going to lose a few players, if not more. Luckily, we have started work in the transfer window, and as you know, we have signed already 2 players to come into the side. We need to get a bigger squad in, otherwise we are never going to do well in Europe. Talking of Europe, we have to play now against Milan. Let's go and kick some balls. And so the team for today against Milan is Alvarez in goal, with Judegaard, Rodriguez, Marato and Mailer at the back. Samu, Budau, Haig in midfield, and Zolis, Andre Gomes and Endrick will play up front. We have rotated a little bit. We have to probably focus more on the game against Boa Vista that's coming up in the Cup, rather than the game against AC Milan. And AC Milan do include Giuliano Sani, who was one of the very first players that I lost, and he was such a good player, and he's obviously made himself a regular starter in this Milan team. I don't expect anything from this match. I would just like to think that we can give them a game. We'll probably lose, and Milan have started much the better team, but let's hope we just give them a game, and as we have done with the other sides in the Champions League. And we do have a free kick to the far post. It's hit the crossbar. It's happening all over again. And so many times we are hitting the woodwork in Europe. We are definitely winning the award for hitting the woodwork in Europe. And we do have another free kick, and it's towards the far post, headed out. And we have started this game very strong. And here is Haig. Can Haig get it into the box? He finds Julesgaard. Julesgaard into Rodriguez. Rodriguez finds Andre Gomes. Where's the pass? He looks backwards to find Alvarez. And Alvarez looks outside for Mailer. Be nice to have Bard back on that left-hand side. Mailer, who is charging down the left now. Can he get a ball into the box? He's looking to get the ball into the box, driving into the box, and he's put it past the post. And I think, again, it's going to be one of those days. We have started the better team, and I just wonder, are we going to score? And we've missed another one. And Milan have started very poorly. We look the better team, but I don't think it's going to be our day. But I only wanted to give them a good game. We're doing that so far, and that's all I can expect from this bunch of players. They're doing really, really well. Nobody really is threatening us from Milan. They're playing most of their football down the middle, and surprisingly, because we are quite weak down the middle, we are holding them out. There's a long punt upfield looking for Endrick. He can't get onto the ball, but Endrick does find Gomes. Gomes, can he find the pass? He's looking for Mailer. Mailer rushing into the box, and Hendrik has scored. We have gone 1-0 up against Milan. Is there a shock on the cards here? We have started this game like a train, and we are taking the game to Milan. I decided to go positive rather than balanced today to give them a game. Although we're playing with a low block, we are doing extremely well, and Hendrik has scored, and we are a goal up. But I still am not celebrating at this point. And if we can beat Milan, we will jump up the table. We'll be up to 16th at this point. I'm still not going to believe it until the final whistle goes. But at the moment, it's Benfica 1, Milan 0, and we are dominating the game. Possession-wise, we've had 70%. We've had all the chances. 1 goal, though, only is a bit of a worry. If I'd got 2 or 3 goals, I'd be a lot happier. But here come Benfica again, and Haig is driving forward this time. He's tackled, but Samu is back up there, and it finds Andre Gomes, and Hendrik has scored again. But was he offside? I have a funny feeling that might have been offside. It's not going to be given. And we have made it 2-0 against Milan. This is a shock that is happening here. Samu, beautiful ball over the top. Gomes inside. I think that Hendrik was offside. I think we've got away with one. 2 goals for Hendrik. 2 goals for Benfica, and Milan are all over the place. No, he was onside. Well done, Hendrik, for staying onside. And after 37 minutes, it is Benfica 2, Milan 0. We have another free kick. We are absolutely relentless at them. And can we get a 3rd goal before half-time? Milan with a long clearance. They're panicking a little bit, but the ball has fallen to them. And here they come, racing up the field. Nice tackle by Budau. He finds Hendrik. Hendrik looking over the top for Andre Gomes. It's not going to make it to him. But that's a poor clearance, and Haig could score here. Haig has a chance, and he should have hit it first time. And it stays Benfica 2, Milan 0. We are relentless. We are going at them again. Here comes Morato. Morato finds Samu. Samu to Rodriguez. Why can't we play like this every week? And Milan are a very, very good team. And here's Haig. Haig looking for Gomes. Gomes is looking for Hendrik, and Hendrik's got a hat-trick in the first half. And we are putting Milan away. It is Benfica 3, Milan 0. They are checking this one. Please let it be allowed. The goal has been disallowed. He doesn't get his hat-trick. But boy, oh boy, are we giving Milan a football game here. And Gomes, it was a hair's breadth. But Hendrik looks clinical today. When he gets a chance, he's putting them away. And as we come up to half-time, it's still Benfica 2, Milan 0. And we do have another highlight. And Mailer takes the throw. It comes to Samu. Samu is robbed, but he is going to pick the ball up again. Nice play by Samu. He finds Mailer. Mailer into Budau. Budau finds Gomes with a drive. What a strike by Gomes. And what a decision not to play Perkins today. I decided to leave Perkins out today because he's taken that shadow striker spot. He's been playing really well. I wanted to save him for the cup match, but Andre Gomes unleashed a blinder there from 30 yards, and it is now Benfica 3, Milan 0. And as we come up to half-time, we have given them a beating. And really what I want to be saying, wow. And I'm very pleased. We've created loads. The scoreline reflects that. Everybody seems to be playing well. Jans-Peter Haig could be playing well, better. Zolis could be playing better. But let's bask into this at the moment. And as long as we don't do silly things now, if we look at the match momentum, we're absolutely hammering them. Milan have not been in this game, and when I looked at their team, when I looked at the attributes for their team, they were, on paper, a huge team compared to the attributes we have, but we have taken the game to them. Tactically, we've been set up nicely for them, and we have beaten them. And Milan have serious problems here now. And maybe this is going to be the shock of the Champions League so far. We should not be in this game. They are coming back at us, though, and I suspect this game is not over by a long shot, and it is now 3-1. And is this going to be a game of two halves? Even at 3-0, I still didn't think that the game was over. And is it going to be a game of two halves? Who knows? Do I need to go defensive now, or is that just going to encourage Milan on? Do I need to continue playing as we've been playing? We've absolutely hammered them. There's no reason in the world why we should go on and lose this game now. And I'll be very, very unhappy if we do go and lose this game. And Milan are looking very, very tired. We have run them all over the pitch, and we need to just keep doing what we're doing. I'm going to go and make some changes, though, now. And so I have made a few changes, and it does seem, though, that Milan are coming back into this game. They've changed the way they're playing. We are still slightly ahead, though. They are very, very tired, and hopefully we can hold on to this. I think probably now I do need to make the last two changes. And so we have made our final two changes, and it really now is about seeing this game out. Can we get the surprise result of the Champions League so far? And it is going to be Wormleighton. Wormleighton finds Carlos. There's a long ball back, and nicely played by Benfica. I think, just be sensible. Just keep the ball, and that's probably what I'm going to do as Milan look to break on the counter-attack again. And we need to be very, very careful, as they could score again. And I've just realised I've made a dreadful error and haven't accounted for their substitutes as yet. But here come Benfica on the break, and there's a ball into Endrick. Endrick is through, and his first touch lets him down. And it remains 3-1. What a shock result this is going to be. Even if they score again, I'll be very, very happy. Fernandez, who's just come on, he finds Samu. Samu's had a brilliant game. Sanramat looking for Carlos. Carlos into the box. In for Endrick, and Endrick now has wrapped the game up. It is Benfica 4, Milan 1. I can't believe this is happening. This is the biggest shock of the Champions League this season. What a result this is. We started off like a rocket, and we have not let up, and we have taken them to the cleaners, and we have been very clinical in front of goal. 3 from Endrick, and an absolute worldie from Andre Gomez, and it is now Benfica 4, Milan 1. This has got to be game over now. They're not going to score 3 in the last 5 minutes or so. I think that we've done a job on them. I'm now going to just slow the game down, I think. There's no need to do anything now other than slow the game down and make sure that we just don't do anything silly, and we will slow down the tempo of the game. We're going to start time wasting, and what a result this will be. What an absolute blinding result this will be. We just need to hold on now for a few more minutes. Well done to Perkins, battling back there from left wing, and Perkins, he finds Budau. Budau is taken out of the game, but we still have the ball. Milan are diving into tackles in desperation here. Budau's looking for Sanramat, who's in, and Sanramat has a chance, and we could have made it 5-1, and what a shock result that would have been. 4-1 is a shock enough, and the game is now going to come to its conclusion, and we have beaten Milan by 4-1. What a performance. And I am very happy with the way you have played. And what a result. I still cannot believe we have done that. And we have jumped up to 16th place. And maybe it is not the end of the road in the Champions League yet. What a performance that was. I need to go and have a lie down. I'm absolutely exhausted here. But we do have to get the team ready for the game against Boa Vista. and that is going to be a tough game as well. But I'm still reeling from that performance. Focus, let's go and get ready for Boa Vista. We'll be right back. And so the team for today is Alvarez in goal with Jules Gard, Rodriguez, Marato and Ivanov at the back. Samu, Palacios and Juan Carlos in midfield, with Zolis, Hugo Gomez and Endrick up front. We have Ivanov and Hugo Gomez in the team today because we do have to play 2 under-21s in these games. It makes this game a lot harder. We're going to have to be a lot more disciplined in terms of how we play. But I believe in this team now. We can go out there and win this game. We don't really have to fear Boa Vista. I feel like we are playing extremely well with this low block, so I am going to let this low block run. I think that it doesn't take so much out of us as the high press does, and this team has responded well to playing with the low block, and in view of that result against AC Milan, I think we should let this low block run, especially in view of the fact we have all these very difficult fixtures coming up. Zolis looks to turn in the box, and we've scored. It is Samu who's scored. It's 1-0 to Benfica, a perfect start. And Samu is on the score sheet. He hasn't scored in a while, Samu. It's nice to see him getting a goal. He's a very, very good player, sitting in that DLP role. Coming forward now and just slides it into the corner. It's Boa Vista 0, Benfica 1. If we can win this today again, it will be a perfect episode. I didn't expect us to beat Milan in the way that we absolutely stormed over them. It'll be so good to see another victory here in the Allianz Cup. I wasn't too optimistic about this competition this season, but if we can get a result here, there's no reason why we can't go on and do very, very well again. And we were in the final last year. We lost in the final, but we could get to the final again this year. If we can get past this game, that's the key. And that's a terrible pass. Samu, who's been in great form, has gifted the ball away. And that's possibly an indication that he might be tired. And just a dreadful, dreadful error. And I think I can't tell him anything. He's on a 7.4. He's been playing really well. And it actually wasn't. Yes, it was Samu. Samu, a dreadful pass. And now it's Boa Vista 1, Benfica 1. Is it all about to go wrong from here? And although we've totally dominated this game again, every game we play, we are the better team. But sometimes we make really silly mistakes. And once again, we are the better team. It's not, though, working out. And keeping an eye on Endrick. He's due for a poor game. And this might be it. He's only on a 6.6 at the moment. And here come Boa Vista again, looking to press. But we have won the ball. And maybe we should be playing with a high press against Boa Vista. Maybe it's something we've got to change. Go a little bit more attacking. And maybe we'll do that now. And I think it's possibly go back to the high press, trigger press more often, counter press. I think maybe we've given them a little bit too much respect, and we shouldn't be giving Boa Vista this kind of respect. And maybe now we should go press them hard, get in their face. Let's take the ball off them. And let's not be so defensive. The low block works very, very well against teams who are very good at pressing us and who are very good passers of the ball. I think we've just given Boa Vista a little bit too much respect here. And they are in again. And yes, definitely a change is needed. And we do need to get much more in their face. We need to keep the ball as well. And we're not playing very well. We're giving the ball away, and this is looking really poor at the moment. And I think the team needs a shake-up. We need to be shouting at them and saying this is not acceptable. I'm going to berate them. This is not good enough. For a team that is dominating the game, we look very, very shaky at the back. And we need to do much, much better Ivanov is playing okay. He's on a 6.7, and Hugo Gomez, he's doing okay. Nobody's playing really badly. Ruan Carlos maybe is not having the greatest of games. We need to do better than this, and we should be winning this game comfortably. We have won the ball, and there's a ball into the middle. It's headed out. Can we win the second ball? No, we can't. Ivanov has been dragged out of position now. And here come Boavista. Boavista look the more dangerous of the two teams, and I'm not feeling very comfortable about this game at the moment. We're being beaten, and we should be doing a lot better. Here comes Rowan Carlos on the counter-attack. He needs to do better than what he's doing. He's been taken out, referee. That's a red card, surely. And that was a dreadful tackle. And not even a yellow card for that. I think the boys are going to have a rocket here. They've been the better side. I'm going to say I'm far from pleased. We should be doing a lot better than what we're doing. We've dominated the game. We've gifted them a goal from a mistake. And I am not very happy with these players. And they are good players, and they've just let themselves down today. Samu finds Julesgaard. We need to do better in the second half. And I think probably if we can't get a goal soon, we'll be going very attacking and try to get that goal. What a chance! And it's Palacios who's put us 2-1 up. No need to panic. We've come back. The boys have responded well again. And we are now 2-1 up. I feel a lot better now. We've dominated the game. We deserve to be ahead. And nice to see Palacios getting on the scoreboard as well. And now maybe that one error from Samu isn't going to look so bad. And we can now think about resting some of these players. We are, I think, fitter than Boavista. We'll need to look at Pedro, possibly need to do something about Pedro. He's having a good game for them. I think I'll go and make some changes now. And so we have made 4 changes just to bring some fresh legs onto the pitch. They have been playing down a lot down the right-hand side. We've refreshed the right-hand side, and we have also made sure that we are going to be strong on both flanks and taken off our young lad Ivanov. But we are looking the better side, and here's Julesgaard. He finds Rodriguez to Gomez. Andre Gomez, who's come on for Samu, just to give Samu a little bit of time off. And here is Andre Gomes. What a great substitute he is to bring on. 4-star player. And wonderful crossfield ball. Finds Haig, and that is 3-1. It's Sonny Perkins who's put us 3-1 up. Perkins has been in inspired form. He has taken to that shadow striker position so well, and he is keeping Andre Gomes out of the team. We've brought him on as the striker today and put Endrick on the wing. It is now 3-1. It should be game over now, and I think I will make my final change as we go into the last 15 minutes of the game. But we'll do it after this corner as Andre Gomes swings in the corner to the near post. It's headed out. And here come Boavista looking to catch us out on the break. We should have numbers back, but we're not really very organised at the moment. But that is a poor crossfield ball. We should be able to get numbers back behind the ball now. I'm going to go to a more balanced form of style of play now. And we just need to hold on to this game as Boavista are through and they've hit the post. They have been a threat today. And let's go make those final changes. And so we have made our final change, and we have brought on Andre Fernandez for Marato, who is looking a little bit tired. These boys, the 2 centre-backs we have been working very, very hard this season. They have pretty much played every single game, and they have done very, very well to get through up to Christmas so far. And we've been very lucky to escape injuries. It will be a tragedy if we actually lose Rodriguez, who is wanted, who is not wanted but wants to leave. And I really hope that the 53 million tag will keep will keep him at the club, that no one will come in for him this winter, and that will keep him at the club. That was a really good chance that we had there, which we've missed. But I'm not too unhappy. We've gone away to Boa Vista. We have beaten them by 3-1, and we have marched on into the next round of the Allianz Cup. What an episode this has been. Well done, lads. It was a good win, and we are through to the next round. And well done. I am absolutely thrilled at the moment. We've absolutely been brilliant. We have qualified for the semi-final of the Allianz Cup. Well done. And so, as I mentioned earlier, we do have some very, very big games coming up in January. We only have Porto to play in the Cup 5th round. That's possibly the one that we will go out in then. And then we have to play Maritimo in the Portuguese League. But then Porto, Sporting CP and Vitória de Guimarães in the league. 3 very, very big games. And I think those will define how the season develops. Up to now, though, we just keep winning, and I'm a very, very happy manager. If you are new to the channel, then why not subscribe, like, watch, comment, help the channel to grow, help us to support the very, very good stuff you can see scrolling up above. I'm really struggling to believe how we are getting results like this. It must be a very weak league. But that Champions League performance against Milan was something special. And we need to build on that in our next Champions League against Bilbao, and then we'll play Eindhoven. We could actually get into the top 8 if we win those 2 games. Who knows what's going to happen? What we will do is come back for Porto and Vitória de Guimarães. We will see you very soon.